Welcome to Love This Diet. Are diet secrets hidden in vintage cookbooks? So, do vintage cookbooks hold the secret to diets and weight loss? Is the truth about diets simply hidden in plain sight? Many years ago, in a city, far, far away, I started a low-carb diet. The first thing I did was go online and study up, and the second thing I did was buy a low-carb cookbook. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, thank you. Then I tried portion control and purchased a chart showing proper serving sizes. Check out WebMD, they have a great one. Next was keto, and yes, after learning about it, I bought a couple of keto cookbooks. It kinda looks like I might be in a rut. For me, yo-yo dieting has been a way of life for many years and I needed to find a way to break this chain. Then, I heard about intermittent fasting. But I did not buy any new cookbooks. I know they are out there, but I have found that the pantry in our home has an entire shelf of cookbooks. Cookbooks ranging in age from 1905 to 2020. The cookbooks we are most interested in are those written before 1970. These books were written in an age when obesity rates were very low. They must hold the key to healthy eating. I discovered that there is no need for new cookbooks. The old ones are just fine. The example in my picture is The Joy of Cooking, 1964 by Irma Rombauer and Marion Becker. This one is one of my wife's first cookbooks. So let's look inside. In the first chapter, page 1, paragraph 1, we find the following statement.
The old-fashioned doctor insisted, first on going straight to the kitchen of the afflicted household. Not until he had effusively thanked the cook for giving him a new patient, did he dash upstairs to see how he could relieve the cook's victim.
Don't you just love the image of an old-timey doctor, black bag in hand, rushing to the kitchen to give the cook a dubious thank you for making another family member sick? In one of my postings titled, Bacon, Butter, and Cream, oh my, I said,
everything you have been told about how bad fat is wrong.
In the 1960s and 70s, with no scientific evidence other than assumptions, medical and dietary experts told us to stop eating fatty foods. Food manufacturers responded by taking the fat out of many foods. But the fats gave foods their great taste, so the manufacturers had to replace the fat with something tasty. The answer was sugar. They replaced the fat with sugar, a formula for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and other related health problems. Let's see what our 1960s cookbook has to say about fat.
While fats have fallen into disrepute of late, we must not forget how essential they are.
Here, in our 1964 cookbook, we find an early reference to the Down with Fat movement. The authors acknowledge the new questioning of fat, but are not ready to fully embrace it. So they remind all of us of the good things about fat.
We remind you that the fat consumption of the United States has climbed in 20 years, from the recommended minimum of 20% to over 40%.
Perhaps one of the driving factors toward developing the idea that bad fat causes heart problems was the increasing consumption of fatty foods from 20% in 1944 to 40% by 1964.
Fats are popular for their flavor and for the fact that, being slow to leave the stomach, they give a feeling of satiety.
These mid-century authors note that fats add flavor and keep you feeling full longer. The very concept that many modern diet and fasting authors are now beating their revolutionary drums, trying to make us believe they have discovered something entirely new. Well, I got news, guys. These folks knew that 60 years ago, their obesity rate was 13%, while our obesity rate, as of 2018, is over 42% and rising. There is no question that the dietary recommendations of the last 60 years are clearly incorrect. If the folks of the 50s and 60s had it very right, then we have it very wrong. We really need to take a good long look at how they did it and apply those lessons to our modern lifestyles. You've probably tried a million different diets, all of which require you to either give up the foods you love, or starve yourself. It's hard enough to stick to a diet when you're feeling deprived and hungry, but it's almost impossible when you're constantly battling food cravings. Love This Diet is different. We don't ask you to give up your favorite foods, we encourage you to enjoy them guilt-free. Our program combines fasting with timed delivery of the right proportions of food so that you can effortlessly lose weight, without feeling deprived or hungry. Thanks for watching this week's video. Be safe, and have a great week. See you next time, on Love This Diet.